Whoop, hey camera. So right now we're up north of the Paw, Manitoba, Canada, yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Sunday, June 28th, 2026, 2026, yep. And the time it is 10:52 p.m. Yep, 10:52 p.m., almost 11 on a Sunday night, yep. Train arriving from Thompson and Churchill and heading down to Winnipeg, yep. So yeah. I'll be back on recording once the train comes through. Whoop, hey camera. So right now we're up north of the Paw, Manitoba, Canada, yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Sunday, June 28th, 2026, 2026, yep, and the time it is 11:01 p.m., yep, 11 o'clock on a Sunday night. So train numbers 6431 and 6410. This train is coming from Thompson and Churchill and it's heading down to Winnipeg later on tonight. But there is going to be another train tomorrow morning coming up from Winnipeg and going back towards Churchill northbound. Yep, but that one is a late train tomorrow morning. Yep. So let's see if I can go to that one if I'm up. Yep. And I'll keep this one in this same video. Yep, if I do catch it. the Pavia station. Hello. Train number 6431 and 6410. Wait, the Puggadwagon train is gone, and this train's supposed to go tomorrow. Yep. But I also heard there was a train early this morning. Maybe that's what could have went, possibly, or maybe something is happening with the coaches. Either way, but I mean by either way, like one of the two, I guess. Yep. One of the two, yep. But I'll find out tomorrow. Wait, is that another train over there, or this the vehicle? Nope, probably this the vehicle. If it was a train, it would have been bigger and brighter, and there would have been another headlight up top. Yep. So the time now, it is 11:07 p.m. Yep. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the train goes reverse and forward. So yeah. Whoop, there goes that train parking up for a couple of hours, and then it goes to Winnipeg. Yup. So train numbers 6431 and 6410. Yup. So today it is Sunday, June 28th, 2026, 2026. Yup, but pretty soon it'll be Monday. Yup. In about half an hour, in about 30 minutes. Yup. So the time right now, it is 11:30 p.m. Yup, 11:30. So yeah, I'll be back on filming tomorrow morning. So yeah, if I do. So yeah. Hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, June 29th, 2026, 2026. Yep, and the time it is 2:12 p.m. Yep, 2:12 p.m. a Monday afternoon. And this train's supposed to go to Winnipeg last night, but looks like it got cancelled because because there's some floods down south, like at in Saskatchewan and around Dauphin, Brandon, and Portage la Prairie. Yep. And also the Pugatawagan train is cancelled too due to engine problems. Yep. The station. Train number 6431 and 6410. And I also missed that train early this morning, 693, the northbound train. Yep, like I said last night, that one should have pulled in this morning because according to the schedule it would, a late train. Yep. But this one here is turning back because of the floods down south and in Saskatchewan. Yep. So yeah, I'll be back on recording once the train pulls out. there goes that train. So hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. You have the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, June 29th, 2026, 2026, yep. And the time it is 3:18 p.m. Yep, 3:18 p.m. a Monday afternoon, almost 3:30. Train numbers 6431 and 6410. Heading back up to Thompson and Churchill. Can't go to Winnipeg. Yep. Because of the floods down south and Saskatchewan. Yep. And also the Pugadawakan trains cancelled too due to engine problems. But I noticed the coaches are back there though. Maybe they were doing something with the coaches, or maybe it could have possibly came back. One of the two, yep. But it doesn't leave on Sundays though, yep. But this, like I said last night, I heard there was a train early in the morning yesterday, yep. So it could be possible, but yeah. But there's gonna be a freight train heading to Thompson later on this evening, yep. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once that train goes, so yeah. Whoop, hey camera, so right now we're north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. You have the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, June 29th, 2026, 2026, yep. And the train going to Thompson is getting ready, yep. The Thompson train is getting ready. So the time right now it is 4:35 p.m. Yep, 4:35 p.m. A Monday late afternoon, early evening. Yep. And it looks like the train is hooking up right there, or maybe it's gonna go to the other side of town, but it looks like it's hooking up right there. Yep. So yeah. So I'll be back on recording once the train pulls out. Whoop, there goes that truck or that semi. Yep, hauling 2 box cars. And those looks like the box cars that the puck train hauls. Yep. What if it's going to Puck, or maybe they're taking them somewheres? Yup. A high rail semi, I'll call it. Yup, taking 2 boxcars. And I'm still waiting on the Thompson train. Yup. There it is, sitting over there, the Thompson train. Yup. So the time right now, it is 4:45 p.m. Yup, 4:45. So yeah, I'll be back on recording once the Thompson train pulls out. There's 2 trains right over there, the yard train and the Thompson train. Train number 1087 looks like it's this parking up for the evening now. Okay, so yeah. Whoop, there goes that train. So hey camera, so right now we're north of the Paw, Manitoba, Canada. Yup, the PAS Manitoba. Train pulling out going to Thompson. Yup. So today it is Monday, June 29th, 2026, 2026. Yup, and the time it is 5:08 p.m. Yup, 5:08 p.m. a Monday evening. Train numbers 3003 and 6002. It looks like 3003 is going up north. Yup. Or going back up north because the other week they brought it over here. Yup. And then they would have probably, and then their last trip up north, before that, they brought it up north. Yup. So yeah, that's it for the day. So yeah, skip the video now. See you in the next one. Peace. The guy that likes trains out.